thought it would be all right.
Well, what is it? I'm a busy man.
It's about my request for transfer, sir.
Oh, that's silly business. Dennis Patrick O'Finn, age 40, a bachelor. 12 years in uniform on the beat, 7 years in the homicide division. Present rank detective first class. Requests transfer to the arson squad. O'Finn, do you even know what the arson squad does?
Investigates fires, sir.
Oh, good. The reason for a request is personal? Will you explain that, O'Finn?
It's, private, personal, Captain.
Well, look, O'Finn, you get 7 years in homicide, and you're no Sherlock Holmes, but you've got the luck of the Irish, and you've done a good job. But I don't need anybody in arson, so why should I transfer you?
Please, Captain, it's a matter of life and death.
Explain?
Do I have to?
Well, if you want the transfer.
Will you keep it confidential?
Of course I will.
Word of honor?
Word of honor.
Well, it was like this, Captain. There's this old house, 909 Sycamore. House has to be 100 years old. It's right across the street from the apartment building where I live. Now, the weather's been nice lately, and I've been shaving with the window and the shade up. Now, in this house, there live 6 spinster ladies. Peeping Toms, that's what they are, Captain.
Elizabeth, what's he doing now?
He's in his undershirt. Can you see the strawberry mark on his shoulder? Clear as day. It's such a beautiful strawberry mark. Oh, I want to see it for myself. Oh, he's got such big muscles. Do you know what he's doing now?
What?
Calisthenics. Ooh, what kind? With big dumbbells. He's swinging them up and down and out and back.
Oh, I can just picture him.
He stopped for a minute now. He's inhaling. Ah, you should see his chest. Oh, I want to see it with my own eyes. He's squaring his shoulders. Ah, his shoulders, they're so broad.
Oh, don't torture us, Elizabeth.
Now he's flexing his biceps. They're swelling up and up and
Oh,
up.
stop it. I can't stand it anymore.
Oh, give me those binoculars.
We should all have a turn.
But they're my binoculars. It's my window because it's my house.
But it's my turn.
Never mind now. He's finished his exercises and he's disappeared. Oh, it was a grand sight. If we could only afford more powerful binoculars.
Oh, I'd like to really see him. We've sat on the front porch and watched him go in and out.
I know, but I mean,
Really see him up close.
so would I. We don't even know what color his eyes are.
Well, if you don't know, nobody knows. You have the binoculars most of the time.
And I'd really like to hear his voice too.
Well, how can we get close to him unless we actually go across the street and
And what, Nettie?
couldn't we pay him a neighborly visit?
Nettie, nice ladies do not go visiting gentlemen. Well, we can invite him to tea. That would be improper. Inviting a gentleman to tea when you haven't been introduced.
Well, what are we going to do then? We'll just have to make him come over here and visit us. We'll have to arrange it somehow. How?
Well, if he were a plumber, we could stop up the sink.
If he was an electrician, we could blow a fuse.
Oh, but he's not a plumber and he's not an electrician. He's a detective in homicide. Well, how are we going to get a detective in homicide to come to this
that's the way I've reconstructed how it happened. You can see it was no fault of mine, except for leaving the shade out.
Are you trying to tell me that for the sake of your charming company, that the...
I'm not one of the ghost, Captain, and I wouldn't have believed it myself. The poor dear are so desperately lonesome. Spinsters, every one, and getting a little old and touched in the head.
I think I still have the file on your case here somewhere. I don't know where it is. You're going to have to refresh my memory. What happened?
Well, it wasn't long before they had their dead body, for sure. But by the time they called homicide, and Kramer and I arrived at the house, well, the scene of the crime was, well, it was like something I'd never seen before.
Oh, doesn't she look pretty?
You know, it was so nice of you all to give her your best things to wear.
Well, wasn't it nice of her to arrange for us to get to meet Mr. O'Finn? Well, yes, and that's why I gave him my precious pearls.
Doesn't my hat look becoming to her?
Do you think they'll bury her in my feather boa?
Oh, I suppose so. All those lovely things going to waste. No, I didn't mean that. Forgive and forget. I'll just give her a whiff of my perfume that she was always trying to steal.
That must be him.
Oh, I'm going to swoon.
Don't you dare. Everyone behave yourselves. Now line up for introductions. And do not step on the dishes that I dropped. And remember the rule. Nothing must be touched at the scene of the crime.
No, but we touched the body. We had to. Elizabeth went and got herself poisoned in her own worst house dress.
Isn't somebody going to the door?
I'll get it. I thought Mr. O'Finn was coming.
My name's Kramer. O'Finn's parked in the car.